Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, this is my first video, so excuse me if I sound a bit nervous, but but that's okay. My name is Joseph. I garden in Ohio Zone 6B, so it is actually quite warm today. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees today, but hey, you know what? I don't know. But I wanted to start off this channel with reviewing some houseplants because there's not a whole lot going on outside, although I do have crocuses out right now, but maybe we'll get to that in a later video. But anyways, I just wanted to start out with this beautiful orchid I have here, this Phalaenopsis orchid. So I got this couple years, excuse me, I got this like a little over a week ago, sorry. And it is actually put out a few new flowers, which is amazing, or it opened, a few new buds opened, and it is absolutely beautiful, and I am loving it. So this one is these, as you probably are aware, orchids are said to be somewhat challenging. Now, I sort of use this as an opportunity to kind of step outside my comfort zone to kind of try something a little harder, because as we'll get to later in this video, all of the plants that I've had were all kind of like easy level plants, so I wanted to try something a little bit more challenging. There's actually another one here that I got just a few days ago that we'll get to later that I also think or that's supposedly a little bit more challenging. So this is my orchid. Now, this next plant over here, I also absolutely love. This one I got a few days after New Year's this year. This is another one of those stepping outside your comfort zone plants, if you will. This is I don't know how to pronounce it, a Xanthosoma? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But this one is very gorgeous, and I absolutely love it. Look at these beautiful, just striking leaves that are absolutely beautiful. If you have never tried these, I'd say give these a try. Now, this next plant has got to be one of my absolute favorite houseplants of all time. This is a Photonia or nerve plant. I actually have another one that I'll show you later, but this one is so stunning. And I don't know if you've ever grown them yet, because they tend to have a reputation for being fussy. And if you are not a great waterer, then yeah, they can be a little fussy, but that's why I keep mine in plastic. I actually just repotted this the other day, but I would recommend keeping it in plastic and not terracotta, because terracotta is porous and will dry them out way too quickly. So yeah, this is my nerve plant. I absolutely adore it, and yeah, give them a try. If you're a good waterer, yeah, I would try them. Now this next plant right here, sorry, I have him on like this little shelf, so it's a little bit, yeah, it can be a little difficult to move down here, but this is, as you probably can recognize, this is an African violet that is not blooming right now and has not bloomed in a long time. But I did look in the center of the leaves, and I do see some flowering stems coming. You can't see it right now. They're still too low, but they're coming. I'm optimistic. This is a plant here that I just got the other day, or a few days ago, and I am in love with it. And again, this is another one of those more challenging plants that I'm kind of stepping in the deep end of the swimming pool of gardening, if that makes sense. I kind of just make up these things as I go along. This is a Calathea, I believe. It is so incredibly beautiful. I got this at Walmart on Saturday, yes, which would be like 3 days ago at the time of this filming. And yeah, this is, I don't know if you've ever tried calatheas, but I've heard that these can be pretty challenging, but I'm going to give them a shot because, I mean, again, we'll never grow our strengths if we don't ever step outside our comfort zone. And here we have a very easy plant that I'm sure you are all familiar with. And if you're not, and you're a beginner, try these. Especially if you cannot water for anything, these things are amazing. This, of course, is the ZZ plant. And as you may notice, these stems right here, these are actually new stems that came out over the course of the last few months, I want to say. Interestingly, I don't know why this is. This must just be because I actually have them under artificial lighting. My ZZ plant always tends to put out new stems. So I've had this plant for a couple of years, and I've noticed almost on a consistent basis the last few years that this plant tends to go through a growth spurt, if you will, in like January, which is the dead of winter, so I have no idea why that is. But I'm guessing it has something to do with the artificial lighting. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Alright, now I want to show you this plant. This is another one of my favorites. Sorry if my finger was in the shot there for a second. This is a Neanth Bella palm, or probably better known as a parlor palm. And it just gives the most tropical feel ever. And if you live in a climate like mine here in Ohio, you know that we could use some tropical vibes here. So it's kind of what I'm going for around here. But yeah, and as I was actually pruning this the other day, and it did kind of take out a section here. There were some leaves here that didn't quite look very good, so I pruned them out. But but now it kind of left this weird hole in the back. But hey, you know what? That's why I turn it this side, so you don't see that while this is filling in. Now this one right here is a Dracaena. I don't know, I don't really have a very good view of this one, but they're all kind of jammed together here on these three stands, kind of crowded under this light. But this is a Dracaena, I believe it is, if you looked at the species name, I believe is Dracaena deramensis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is, of all the plants here, this is actually the plant I've had the longest. I got this in October of 2021. This was the first house plant I really had success with. I did try a little earlier with a, it was an anthurium that I kind of just got impatient with and I just threw it out. But this was the first one I had really good success with, and yeah, it's definitely grown a lot since I got them. So yeah, this is another easy care one that honestly is a good beginner plant. If you're just starting out with houseplants, this is a good one to start with. All right, now I'm going to move over to this side of the room and show you this plant that I'm sure you are all very familiar with. This is a pothos. Now, this plant is interesting. This actually needs watered. It's super dry. But this one was actually started from cuttings from pothos I have downstairs. So, but as you can see, they have filled out beautifully. And again, this is a plant that you just can't kill. Okay, like, if you are the blackest of thumbs, you can see it's trailing down this shelf here. If you are the blackest of thumbs, this is the plant to go with. This and ZZ plants and some of those other plants I was showing you, like the parlor palm and the ZZ plant, sorry. This is the way to go, because this plant is so dry. And it is a plant that I'm sure, I mean, heck, I've neglected it. But if you've ever neglected a houseplant, this will take it really well. Now, obviously, don't leave it forever, but this is just a plant that is so easy to grow that this is one of the best plants to start with. Now, over here, I have another one of these nerve plants. Now, this one came in a combo. So you can see it has this red and this green and white, sorry. And it's very beautiful. And again, I absolutely love these plants. They are probably one of my favorite because you don't even need flowers on this for it to look absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so yeah, they are wonderful plants if you can remember to water them. These are not like ZZ plants that you can leave for like, the longest I've left mine was like 6 weeks, which, I mean, at that point it was getting pretty thirsty, but I mean, it's not one that you have to water every day as well. I mean, mine still feels pretty moist. I think I've watered it like, I want to say probably a week or so ago. Maybe I'm wrong. But in the winter, they don't need quite as much water. That's just a general rule. Most houseplants generally don't need as much water in the winter. But that, of course, depends on where you live, your lighting, and all that jazz. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys some of my houseplants. And I hope you enjoyed this video. You can leave your comments down below if you would like. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.